competitive exam. So when we talk about ratio and proportion, in that first we need to understand the term called ratio. So what is basically ratio? Ratio is basically it is a comparison between two variable. It is basically the comparison between two variables. It is a comparison between two variables where the variable should be represented where the variable should be represented in same unit where your variable should be represented in same unit. Okay, they should be represented in a same unit or in a unit which can be comparable or in a unit which can be comparable which can be comparable. So what do you mean by this, sir? Like too much, like I've written. So in books, when you refer, you'll find different definition for ratio. Like so here, we talk more precisely. Basically, in ratio, we talk about two variables. Suppose the two variables are A and B. Suppose your two variables are A and B, and whenever we are making comparison between the two variable, both the variables should be in same unit. Like you can compare 2 kg with 10 kg. They both the variables should be in same unit. Okay, or in a unit which can be comparable, or in a unit which can be comparable means like you can compare 2 kg with 200 gram, because you know how to compare, how to convert kg into gram, or how to convert gram into kg. So you know how to convert them. So that how you can make comparison between the two variable. But imagine if I ask you to compare, if I ask you to compare between 2 kg and 2 kilometer. So sorry, 2 kg and 2 kilometer. So if I'm asking you to compare between 2 kg and 2 kilometer, so you cannot compare between them because both of them are in different unit. So because both of them are in different units, so you cannot make a comparison between them. Otherwise, if they are in same variable, if both of them are in same variable or in a variable which can be comparable, like I can write 1 kg is equal to yeah, I know 1 kg is equal to 1000 gram, so I can write 2 kg is equal to 2000 gram. So then here I can write 2000 gram by 200 gram. So automatically I'll get the answer as 10 is to 1. So this will make some sense to us. Fine. So I hope you are getting the logic. So when we talk about ratio, ratio is all about comparison between two variables, where the variable should be represented in the same unit or in a unit which can be comparable. Now, when we say A by B, whenever we talk about A by B, two variables are there, A by B, or it can be called as A is to B. So here A is called as numerator. Here A is called as numerator, or the another name of numerator is antecedent. Another name of numerator is antecedent, and B is called as denominator. B is called as denominator or consequent, or another name of B is consequent. So the another name of A is numerator or antecedent. The another name of B is denominator or sorry, another name of A is numerator or antecedent. Another name of B is denominator or consequent. So understand A by B. So certain time when you are solving problems on ratio and proportion, you may get easy problem. So there, instead of using the term called numerator and denominator, they maybe use the term called antecedent and consequent. So don't get confused between them. Numerator is means antecedent, denominator means consequent, both mean same thing. So I hope you are understanding this part. So whenever we talk about ratio, ratio is all about comparison between two variables where the variable should be represented in a same unit or in a unit which can be comparable. So another name of A is numerator, another name of B is denominator, or we call them antecedent or consequent. So I hope you are understanding this. What is proportion? Going further, if I talk about proportion, so what do you mean by proportion? So proportion basically means equality of two ratios. So when you say proportion, What do you mean a proportion? So proportion is basically equality of two ratios is called as proportion. Equality of two ratios is called as proportion. So equality of two ratios is called as proportion. So if you are trying to make two ratios equal, we call that as a proportion. Okay, so like suppose A by B is equal to C by D. So so here A by B is equal to C by D. So the other way of saying this is A is to B is to to D. So where A is called as first proportion, A is called as first proportion, B is called as second proportion, B is called as second proportion. Okay, C is called as third proportion, C is called as third proportion, and D is called as fourth proportion, and D here D is called as fourth proportion. So here, whenever we say proportion, proportion basically means equality of two ratios. So A by B equal to C by D. So like if I give you four variable and ask them like is they are in proportion. So the best way of doing that is if AD equal to BC. So if AD become equal to BC, or if A by B equal to C by D, or if AD equal to BC, so then ABCD are in proportion. So then your ABCD are in proportion. So understand this part. Anyone, any doubt? Okay, so you may get a question where they may ask you like prove that they are in proportion. So you remember that. So here, if they are talking about proportion, so other way you can prove it. So where A is called first proportion, B is called second proportion, C is called third proportion, D is called fourth proportion. Or they may ask you find the fourth proportion. What is the, if I ask you what is the fourth proportion, what is the fourth proportion of, suppose if I ask you 16, 81 and 96, something like this. So if I'm asking you the fourth proportion of 16, 81 and 96, and so automatically you need to understand whenever I'm asking you fourth proportion. So here in ABCD, they will always ask you fourth proportion. So you need to understand that you have to use the formula that D is equal to BC by A. So fourth proportion of this would be what? This would be your A, this would be your B, this would be your C, and you have to find D. So you have to find D means, so D will be 81 into 96 divided by 16. So you solve this. So 16 6 are 96. So you solve this, you get the answer. So that is your answer. So whenever you have four variable A, B, C, D, they will always ask you about fourth proportion. They will never ask you about third proportion, second proportion, or first proportion. No, like whenever you have four distinct variable A, B, C, D, they'll always ask you fourth proportion. Why they are always asking fourth proportion? It's like something which is universally, it is being followed from generations, and like you have to remember that. So whenever they're asking you fourth proportion, multiply the next two terms, divide by the first term. That way you'll get the fourth proportion. So that part I believe that is clear with all of you. Going further, uh, you understood the concept of proportion where we make two ratios equal. There's something in proportion, there's something called continued proportion. In proportion we have something called continued proportion. So continued proportion basically means if I'm writing, if A by B equal to B by C equal to C by D equal to D by E, like this, if I'm writing like this, so then A by B became equal to B by C. So I can write like, if I take one part of that, if I take one part of it, if I take one part of it, so I can say that A by B equal to B by C. So then I can say that B square is equal to AC. Then I can say B square is equal to AC. So then I can say that B is equal to root of AC. then I can say that B is equal to root of AC. So here, or I can say that, C is equal to B square by A, or I can say that C is equal to B square by A. So what you need to understand here, in A, here in ABCD, in this ABC, here A is called as first proportion, here A is called as first proportion, B is called as mean proportion, B is called as mean proportion, B is called as mean proportion, and C is called as third proportion, and C is called as third proportion. So when in exam you'll see any question where they are asking you mean proportion. So mean proportion, what you need to do, whenever they ask you mean proportion, you simply have to multiply the two terms and you have to take the square root. That will give you the mean proportion. If they'll ask you third proportion, do the square of the second term, divide by the first term. That will give you the third proportion. So very simple here. So like in exam, whenever you see the problems on proportion in exam, so you'll get questions. So questions will be either you get a question on mean proportion, either you'll get a question on mean proportion, or you'll get a question on third proportion, or in exam you'll get a question on third proportion, or you'll get a question on fourth proportion. Whenever they'll ask you about fourth proportion, so whenever they're gonna discuss the concept of fourth proportion, so in fourth proportion they're gonna use four terms like A, B, C, and D. They're gonna use four terms A, B, C, and D. Okay, and in fourth proportion, whenever you get a question, the questions will be based on these four distinct terms. While in mean proportion and third proportion, whenever you get the question, the question will be based on the three terms A, B, and C. The questions will be based on the three terms A, B, and C. So where you need to remember, whenever I'm saying mean proportion, mean proportion means under root of the two terms. Whenever I'm saying third proportion, it means square of the second term divided by the first term. And if I talk about fourth proportion, then it is second term into third term divided by the first term. That is your fourth proportion. So keep this in your mind while solving the problem. Okay, so imagine if I ask you in question, suppose if I ask you what is the mean proportion, this is very common term. What is the mean proportion? What is the mean proportion? What is the mean proportion of suppose 16x square and 81y square? Suppose if I ask you what is the mean proportion of 16x square and 81y square. So mean proportion of 16x square and 81y square, that would be 16x square into 81y square. So the mean proportion of this would be multiply 16 into 81 x square y square. So 16 is 4, under root of 16 is 4, under root of 81 is 9, under root of x is x, under root of y is y. Under root of x square is x, under root of y square is y. So you'll get the answer called 36xy. So I hope you are understanding this. So mean proportion, whenever in exam you get a question based on mean proportion, you have to multiply the two terms and then you have to take the square root of that. That will give you the answer of mean proportion. Okay, then going further, if I talk about third proportion, if I ask you third proportion, what is the third proportion? What is the third proportion? What is the third proportion of maybe suppose 36x square and 81y square, something like this I'm asking you. So what is the third proportion? Whenever I am asking you the third proportion, you have to understand that this will be your first term, this will become your first term. Okay, and this will become your, if this will become your mean proportion 81y square, and you have to find the third proportion, that means C. So here you need to use the formula. Here you need to use the formula C is equal to B square by A. That is 81 y square whole square by 36 x square. So 81 y square is 6561 y square whole square. This is y to the power 4 by 36 x to the power 2. That will give you your answer. So simple question. So whenever you get a problem on third proportion, understand automatically the second term will be your mean proportion and your first term would be your first proportion. Okay, so and then gradually you can find the third proportion. You can directly remember the formula. Third proportion formula is B square by A. You can directly remember the formula. Mean proportion formula is simply a square root of the two terms given. Okay, and the fourth proportion formula is multiply the two terms divided by the first term. So that will give you the explanation for this part. Anyone, any doubt? So you this thing please remember for your exam point of view. This is very important. The concept of proportion, the concept of fourth proportion, third proportion, mean proportion. That is very important. Even in if you prepared for CA exam, CA foundation exam, there used to be question based on this. So again, this will become important for you if you go through this concept. Going further, you know that in case of proportion, you know that in case of proportion, A by B is equal to C by D. So in case of proportion, A by B is equal to C by D. So you need to remember this. So now I can say that, then I can say that A by C will be equal to B by D. So then I can say that A by C equal to B by D. This is called as invertendo. This is called as invertendo. A by C equal to B by D. Okay. Similarly, I can say that B by A will be equal to D by C. Okay. So sorry, this is called as alternate. So this is invertendo inverse. This is called as invertendo, and this is called as alternando. This is called as alternando. Alternates you can take. Okay. Similarly, I can if I add one both the side, so I can say A by B equal to C plus D by D. Okay. This is called as companendo. This is called as companendo. Okay. And similarly, I can say that A minus B by B equal to C minus D by D. It is called as dividendo if you subtract 1. Okay. And then if you do plus 1 and minus 1 together, so I can say that A plus B by A minus B equal to C plus D divided by C minus D. This is called as companendo and dividendo. This is called as companendo and dividendo. So if A by B equal to C by D, then A plus B by A minus B equal to C plus D by C minus D. This is called as companendo and dividendo. So this is important for you uh, to understand in case of proportion. So if A by B equal to C by D, then A plus B by A minus B will be equal to C plus D by C minus D through companendo and dividendo. Very important for exam point of view. So remember that part. So these are theory things we are discussing. But again, these are important for us whenever we work on ratio. Okay, then going further, you should know that if A by B, okay, is equal to suppose if M is to N is equal to A is to B and N is to P is equal to C is to D. Okay, so then So then M is to N is to P, that will be AC is to BC is to B. Please understand, if M is to N is A is to B, N is to P is C is to D, then M is to N is to P will be AC is to BC is to BD. So please understand this. So that if A is to B and B is to C is 4 is to 5, then A is to B is to C is equal to 8 is to 12 is to 50. Understand, very simple you can do. The other way you can do this by using LCM method, or you can do by other way. You can write this as let A is equal to 2x. Okay, let A is equal to 2x. Okay, then your B will be equal to 3x, and B is to C is 4 is to 5. So then if B is equal to 4y, then C is equal to 5y. B equal to 4y, then C equal to 5y. So then then here you know that B is same in both the case. So B is 4x also, B is 3, B is, then your B is same only. You can write B is 3x also, and it is 4y also. So I can say x is equal to 4y by 3. I can say that x equal to 4y by 3. So the value of A, which is equal to 2x, that will be 2 into 4y by 3. If I write everything in the term of y, A would be 8y by 3, B will be 4y, and C will be 5y. So then A is to B is to C, that will be A is 8y by 3, B is 4y, and C is 5y. So A is to B is to C. So you can cancel y. So here if you take LCM, it is 8 is to 12 is to 50. You get the same answer. So many ways are there. You can do this, or you can take an LCM. Like if I want to make them equal, how will you make them equal? Take LCM. So here write 12, make them equal. LCM 3 and 4 is 12. So if 4 you made 12. So what you did, you multiplied by 3. No? So similarly 5 multiply with 3, you'll get 15. Like that, 3 you made it 12. So what you did, you multiplied it by 4. So multiply 4 with 2, how much you'll get? You'll get 8. So you're getting the logic. So A is to B is to C, that is 8 is to 12 is to 15. So this part, I believe everyone is clear with this part. Fine. So remember this. This is very important. This relationship is very important in the chapter ratio and proportion. Going further, similarly, I can say that if M is to N equal to A is to B, similarly N is to P is equal to C is to D, and P is to Q is equal to E is to F. Then if I ask you the relation, what is M is to N is to P is to Q, your answer will be ACE is to BCE is to BDF. So remember this relationship. So if I say A is to B is B is to C is 4 is to 5, and C is to D, suppose 6 is to 7. So your answer for here, this would be A is to B is to C is to D. So this would be 8 6 are 48 is to 12 6 are 72 is to 15 6 are 90 is to 15 7 are 105. All are divisible by 3. So I can write A is to B is to C is to 16 is to 24 is to 30 is to 35. This will be your final answer. Fine. So this will be your final answer. So if you want, you can spend time understanding this. You can, if you want, you can do step by step. A by B is to 2 is to 3, and B is to C is 4 is to 5. Okay, so I can find the relation A is to B is to C. I told you the formula. This will be 8 is to 12 is to 15. Okay, so now you know that. Now you know that C is to D is 6 is to 7. Say C is to D is 6 is to 7. Okay, now I want to make C equal. You can see C is equal both the way, 15 and 6. So what I can do to make them equal, 15 and 6, LCM of 15 and 6 will be 30. So I'll write here 30, write here 30. So what I did with 6, so that it become 30. 6 I multiplied by 5. So multiply 7 also with 5. So you'll get 35. Okay, what you did with 15 to make it 30, I multiplied by 2. So multiply 2 with 12, so you'll get 24. Multiply 2 with 8, you will get 16. Simple. A is to B is to C is to D. Answer is 16 is to 24 is to 30 is to 35. Or you can use the formula which I wrote it here. So this is important formula. If you remember, it will be good for you. So based on these theoretical concepts, you can easily solve problems on ratio and proportion. So like suppose this is the question, you can see this question number 1. So if the sum of three number is 75, so the sum of three number is 75 and they are in ratio 3 is to 5 is to 7. So you can take the number as 3x, 5x, 7x. This sum is 75. So you can write 15x is equal to 75. So x is equal to 5. So x is equal to 5. So 3x is equal to 15. 5x is equal to 25 and 7x is equal to 35. So these are your numbers 15, 25 and 35. Simple question. So now question number 2, if you see question number 2, so question number 2, the sum of two number A and B is 120 and they are in ratio 5 is to 1. So A and B, the sum is 120 and their ratio 5 is to 1. So take A as 5x and B as x. So the ratio is 5 is to 1. So take A as 5x, B is x, and this sum is 120. So if the sum is 6x, 6x 120. So x is equal to 20. So x is equal to 20. So if x is equal to 20, then the a will be equal to 25 is 100 and b is equal to 20. B is 20. So a is 100, b is 20. So what is the value of 3a plus 4b? You can do that. 3 into 100 is 300 and 4 into 20 is 80. The answer is 380. Oh, easy problem. You will not get difficult problem from this chapter. Questions that are very easy. So you read the problem, you will get the answer for the problem. So question number 3. Question number 3. In an election, out of the total number of voters, only 70% voted, and the loser got 20% of the votes in the voting list. What is the ratio of votes voted secured by winner and the total number of vote cast? So total number of vote cast, 3. Total number of vote cast, total number of votes cast. I'm assuming that as 100. Let the total number of vote cast was 100. Okay, you can take x also. Whatever figure comes in your mind, you can take it. So in election, out of the total number of votes, 70% of them voted. So out of 100, 70 of them have voted. Okay, and 30 not voted. And out of 100, 70 has voted, 30 not voted. Okay, and loser got 20% of the 20% of the total number of votes in the voting list. So 70% of the people have voted, and the loser got 20% of the total number of votes in the voting list. So, and the loser got 20% of vote in the voting list, means 20% of the 100. Uh, Sorry, yeah, 20% of the 100 means loser got 20 votes. So 70 people have voted and the loser has got 70 votes. Loser has got 70 votes. So how much vote winner has got? Winner has definitely would have got 50 votes because 70 people have voted. Means 70 votes were polled, 70 votes were cast. Out of 70, the loser got 20 votes. So it means winner got 50 votes. Okay, so what is the ratio of votes secured by winner and the vote cast? So vote secured by winner is 50 and the vote cast is 70. So the ratio is 5:7. Fine. So I hope you will understand. Very easy problem. Not at all a difficult questions to be work on. You can do them very easily. Then if you see question number 4, if you see question number 4, find the fraction. Question number 4 is like find the fraction that bear the same ratio to 49 by 143. So there's a fraction, the whatever the relation that fraction bear with 49 by 143. Maybe the fraction is the denominator of that fraction. Maybe the fraction is denominator of 49 by 143. So whatever the relation, the fraction bear with 49 by 143, maybe the fraction is the denominator of 49 by 143. Okay, so then the same ratio, 39 by 77, the same ratio 39 by 77 due to the same ratio 39 by 77 due to 6 by 55. Okay, so now what you do, simply solve this. So you know them how to solve the problem of a proportion. So 49 by 143 into 6 by 55 is equal to 39 by 77b. Okay, so now, so we can solve this 49 by 143 into 6 by 55 into 77 by 39 equal to b. So this is 7 za, this is 5 za, okay. Mm, this is 2 za, this is 13 za, and the ratio that 39 by 77 does to, yeah, guys, there's something mistake is there. Let me again read this problem. So so here if I see this problem, so whatever find the fraction that bear the same ratio to 49 by 143. So whatever the relation for that fraction has, suppose the fraction is numerator. So whatever the relation that fraction have with 49 by 143, the same ratio that 39 by 77 does to 6 by 55. So the same relation 39 by 77 is having with 6 by 55. Okay. So I can write this as 143 by a by 49, that is equal to 39 into 55 by 77 into 6. So this is 5 za, this is 7, this is 5 za, this is 7 za, this is 7 za, this is 13 11 za, this is 13 3 za, this is 2 za, So the value of A, the value of A is 35 by 22. Clear, everyone? So the question number 5, the ratio of the present age of Manoj to Wasim, the ratio of present age of Manoj to Wasim is 3 is to 11. The ratio of the present age of Manoj to Wasim is 3 is to 11. So Manoj age is suppose 3x, Wasim age is suppose 11x. The ratio of present age of Manoj to Wasim is 3 is to 11. So let the Manoj age is 3x, Wasim age is 11x. Wasim is 12 years younger than Rehana. So Rihanna age is 11x plus 12. So Wasim is 12 years younger than Rihanna. So Rihanna is 12 years older than Wasim, no? Wasim age is 11x, so Rihanna is 12 years younger, so means, sorry, Wasim is 12 years younger, means Rihanna is 12 years older than Wasim. Rihanna age would be 11x plus 12. Okay, so Rihanna age after 7 years will be 85 years. After 7 years, Rihanna age become 85 years, means Rihanna age right now is how much? Rihanna age right now is 78 years. So Rihanna age right now is 78 years. So you can write 11x is equal to 66, means x is equal to 6. So Manoj age is 3x. So Manoj age is 3x. Means 3 into 6 means 18. Manoj age is now 18. What is the present age of Manoj's father, who is 25 years older than Manoj? So Manoj father, who is 25 years older than Manoj, his age would be 18 plus 25. His age would have been 43 years. Clear, everyone? Question number 6. Question number 6. A sum of 427 is divided among A, B, C. A sum of 427 is divided among A, B, C. So A, B, C, 427 is divided among A, B, C, such that 3 times of A share, such that 3 times of A share and 4 times of B share and 7 times of C share all are equal. Say that very easy problem. So I can say A is equal to K by 3, B is equal to K by 4, C is equal to K by 7. So you know that A plus B plus C is 427. 27. So I can write K by 3 plus K by 4 plus K by 7 is 427. So if I take LCM will be 84. So LCM will be 84. This would be 28K plus 21K plus 12K is 427 into 84. So I can write this is 40, 61K is equal to 27 into 84. So K is equal to 7 into 84. Okay, so what is the share of C? What is the C share? K by 7. Question number 7. You see question number 7. 6 by 11th of a number. 6 by 11th of a number. Suppose the number is A is equal to 22% of second number is equal to 22% of the second number. So okay, and second number is equal to 1/4 of the third number, and second number is equal to 1/4 of the third number. The value of third number is 2400, means second number is 600. Okay, so what is the value of A? A value would be 11 by 6 into 22 by 100 into 2400. So yes, sorry, not 240. Second number you got 600. This is 600. The value of this is 242. The value of A is 242. Yeah, 2400 divided by 4, no, 1/4. So the B value becomes 600. So A value is 242. So what is the 45% of this number? So you have to find the 45% of 242. 45%. What is 50% of 242? 50% of 242 is 121. I hope you are understanding. What is 5%? 10% of this. That is 12.1. So how much you will get this? You will get this as 108.9. So you will get 108.9. So 45% is what? 50% minus 5%. What is 5%? 5% is the 10% of 50%. So I hope you are getting the crux of the knowledge. So you don't have to waste your time multiplying 242 into 45 by 100, or you can do that as 9 by 20. 45 by 100 is 9 by 20. You can find 9 by 20 of 242. You can do that. This is 121 by 10. You can do 9, 18, 10, 1089 by 10. This is 108.9. You do anyway, you will get the same answer. Okay, so the answer for this is none of these. Answer is 108.9. Clear everyone? Anyone have any doubt? Please ask me. Now, next thing, question number 8 and all. So for that, you need to know few concepts. That concept we basically use whenever we talk about the relationship between two variables. So whenever in mathematics, if A B equal to C, in mathematics, if A B equal to C and C is constant, if suppose if C is constant, then if suppose C is constant, okay, then A into B, if that is equal to constant, so if A into B is equal to constant, so then you know that, so after that, then A will be inversely proportional to B. So if C is constant, then A into B is constant. So then your A would be inversely proportional to B. So if A is inversely proportional to B, means if A will increase, the B will decrease. Or if when A will decrease, the B will increase. So if C is constant, then A into B is constant. So A is inversely proportional to B. Okay, so if two variables are inversely proportional, it means that if one variable will increase, the other variable will decrease. If one variable will decrease, the other variable will increase. So then understand 1 by x increase in one variable will bring 1 by x plus 1 decrease in other variable, and similarly you can say 1 by x decrease in one variable will bring 1 by x minus 1 increase in other variable. So remember that whenever the product of two variable is constant, then 1 by x increase in one variable will bring 1 by x plus 1 decrease in other variable, or 1 by x decrease in one variable will bring 1 by x minus 1 increase in another variable. Okay, so remember this part. Fine. So remember that if so the other way of doing this also, there's another way of doing this. What is the other way? That x percentage increase in A, x percentage increase in A will bring x by 100 plus x into 100% decrease in B will bring x by 100 plus x into 100% decrease in B, or x percentage decrease in A, x percentage decrease in A will bring x by 100 minus x into 100% increase in B. Clear, everyone? So remember this concept, remember this relationship. So between the two variable, uh, how much they're increasing, how much they're decreasing. So remember, either you can solve them in the term of percentage, or you can solve them in the term of ratio. So we know the formula that expenditure is equal to, we know the relationship that expenditure is equal to price per unit into consumption. You know the relationship that expenditure is equal to price per unit into consumption. So, so 1 by x increase in price will bring 1 by x plus 1 decrease in consumption. 1 by x plus 1 decrease in consumption, or 1 by x decrease in price will bring 1 by x minus 1 increase in consumption. Remember this relationship. So 60% increase in price, 60% increase in price will bring 60 by 160 into 100% means 3 by 8 into 100 means 37.5% decrease in consumption, decrease in consumption, 37.5% decrease in consumption. Okay, 60% increase in price will bring 3 by 8 or 37.5% decrease in consumption if expenditure remain the same, if expenditure remain the same or constant, or you can say that 60% increase in price. So 60% I can write as 3 by 5. 3 by 5 I can write as 1 by 5 by 3. I hope you're understanding. So 1 by 5 by 3 increase in price will bring 1 by 5 by 3 plus 1 means 1 by 8 by 3, or 3 by 8 decrease in consumption, decrease in consumption, keeping expenditure constant, keeping expenditure constant. Or 3 by 8, the other way of 3 by 8 is 37.5%. Remember this. So same thing, whichever way you speak, all means the same thing. So I hope you remember 1 by 2 means 50%. If you convert the fraction into percentage, so if you convert fraction into percentage, if you convert fraction into percentage, then 1 by 2 means 50%. You multiply by 100. So whenever you have to convert the fraction to percentage, we multiply by 100. We multiply it by 100. So 1 by 2 means 50 percentage. 1 by 3, 1 by 3 means 33.33%. 33.33 means 33 1 by 3%. 1 by 4 is 25%. 1 by 5 is 20%. 1 by 5 is 20%. Okay, multiply by 100. 100 by 5, 20%. 1 by 6 is 16.67%. The other way of 16.67% is 16 2 by 3%. 1 by 7 is 14.28%, 28 or 29%. 1 by 8, 1 by 8 is 12.5%. So 12.5% is 1 by 8. If I say 3 by 8, 3 by 8 is 4 by 8 minus 1 by 8. 4 by 8 is 50 and 1 by 8 is 12.5. Understand 3 by 8, when I say 3 by 8, 3 by 8 means 37.5%. If I say 5 by 8, 5 by 8 means 4 by 8 plus 1 by 8. This is 50 plus 12.5. This is 62.5%. Similarly, if I say 7 by 8, 7 by 8 means 1 minus 1 by 8. That is 100 minus 12.5. That is 87.5%. More you remember, better it would be full. So the answer for this question, question number 8, that would be 37.5%. So question number 9, when we say question number 9, like last year the total number student in the school was 4500. Last year the total number of student in the school is 4500. Okay, total number of student in the school was 4500. 48% of total students were female. So how many are female? 48. How to find 48? Do half. 50 minus 2. 50 is 2250. That is 50. 1 is 45. So 2% will be 90. So you subtract 90. So if you subtract 90, you will get 2160. The number of female is 2160. Number of male will be 0. 9 plus 5, 4, 2340. Number of male would be 2340. Number of female would be 2160. So last year the total number of student was 4500. So the number of female was 2160. Number of male was 2340. Okay, 48% of total students were female. So 48% were female and 52% were male. This year, 60 male left the school. This year, 60 male left the school. So 60 male left the school means now the number of male left is 2280. Okay, 60 male left the school. Okay, now the number of male is 2280. What is the present ratio of the number of male and the number of female in the school? So there is no data given about female, that how many joined, how many came, all that. There's no information is given as such for female. So if I take consider that remain the same, that for the female whatever is given remain the same. Okay, so whatever is given that remain the same. I have to find. So what is the present ratio of the number of male to the number of female? So number of male is 2280 divided by 2160. I'm assuming that the female population does not change. This is 228 by 216. So this will be 57 by 54. So we'll get is 19 is to 80. 19 threes are 57, 18 threes are 54. So the answer for this will be none of these. Here, anyone have any doubt? So till now we have done 9 questions. Any questions anyone want me to discuss or repeat the questions? Any doubt anyone? Any question you want to ask? Achal, Jyotika, Ashna, Divya, Tanay, Abhilash, Lokesh, Yashaswini, Sakuntala. Any question you want me to repeat? Anyone? So our level of questions are easy only. They are not at all difficult. So try this 10, 11, 12, everyone. Please try by yourself. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Everyone, please try question number 10, 11, 12. These are the questions of problem on ages. Everything is the application of ratio only. So if you express the ratio in the term of 100, it becomes percentage. Otherwise, everything is a ratio. In accountancy also, you study ratios. You study liquidity ratio, leverage ratio, activity ratio, profitability ratio. Under profitability ratio, you talk about you talk of return on asset, return on investment, return on equity. In leverage ratio, talk about debt equity ratio, interest coverage ratio. In activity ratio, you study inventory turnover ratio, data turnover ratios. So all these ratios, whatever we are talking about, what ratios actually do, it help us to establish the relation between the two variables. So in finance, when then third semester in your finance, you study Sharpe ratio, Trainer ratio, so Jensen alpha. So ratios doesn't matter you're studying finance, you're studying aptitude. Ratio is all about establishing the relation between the two variables. So where we talk about one unit change in one variable will bring how much unit change in another variable. So please try question number 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, everyone. Question number 10, if you see the average age of a man and his son is 54 year. The average age of man and son is 54 year. So you can say that the age of man and his son will be 54 to the 108 year, because the average is 54. So average formula is sum of data by number of data. So average is 54. So the total sum of age of man and his son would be 54 to the, that would be 108 year. The ratio of the ages is 23 is to 13. Very simple. So the father age will be 23x, son age will be 13x, that is equal to 108. So you can say 36x is equal to 108. You can say that x is equal to 3. What will be the ratio of the age after 6 years? So ratio of the age after 6 years. So the father age. So what is the father age? So father age is 23 threes are 69. Okay, and the son age will be 13 threes are 39. So after 6 years, father age will be 75. Father age will be 75. Son age will be 45. So what would be the ratio of the age? That will be 5 is to 3. Simple question. So then next question, question number 11. Average age of 3 is 12. Means, so you can say a plus b plus c divided by 3 is 12. So a plus b plus c is 12. 3s are 36. Okay, if we include the age of their father, so if you include the age of the father, then the average age of all four become 19. So if you include age of the father, then the average age will become, now this divide by 4, no, average sum of data by number of data. So that is 19 fours are 76. So what is the age of father? Father age would be 40 years. Simple question. Then question number 12. If you see the question number 12, again very easy problem. So the average marks in English subject of 24 student is 56. So what is the total? Total is 24 into 56. Okay, so I can find the total by multiplying 24 into 56. This is 10. I taught you how to multiply two number. 12 into 12 into 20 means 32. Then this is 24. So this is 441344. So this is 1344. Average age in English subject of 24 students 56. So the total marks of English subject is 1344. If the marks of the three student was misread as 45, 44, and 61, and the actual was this, what is the correct sum? So first let's find the correct sum before finding the correct average. The correct sum, what I'll do, from this 1344, I'll deduct the incorrect entry, 44 plus 45 plus 61, and I'll add the correct entry. Correct entry are 48 plus 59 plus 57. So I'll add the correct entry. So So the correct sum is 1344 minus 44, 45, 61. So 10, 1 carry, 8 plus 6, 14, 15, 150 plus this is 48, this is 48, this is 48 plus 9. Simple, do the sum plus 57. So if you do the sum, 17, 24 to carry, this is 10, 14, 16, 164. So you do the sum, so you get 14, no? So 1358. The correct sum you will get is 1358. So remove the incorrect entry, add the correct entry, and what is the correct average? Total is 24. No? So divide it by 24. Divide 1358 divided by 24. Divide 1358 divide by 24. 1358 divide by 24. So you can, if you divide, will it go by 4? No. Will it go by 8? No. So, okay. So will it go by 2? Yeah. So 79 divide by 12. So 679 divide by 12. 5 are 60. 79 6 are 72. 70. 75 are 100. 8 are 40. 3 are 56.58. So the answer is 56.5. So unnecessary, easy problem, but yeah, it requires a little bit of calculation. Now, if you see this question number 13, if you see the question number 13, when mixture X containing 80% chocolate uh, is mixed with mixture Y containing 20% chocolate. So you have mixture X which contain 80% chocolate. You're mixing with mixture Y which is containing 20% chocolate. The resultant mixture contain 40% chocolate. The resultant mixture contain 40% chocolate. Okay, so the resultant mixture contain 40% chocolate. What is the ratio quantity of two mixture mixed together? So, so here two mixtures are there, mixture X, mixture Y. You have two mixture X, mixture Y. Mixture X contain 80% chocolate, mixture Y contain 20% chocolate, and the average contain 40% chocolate. So it is an application of weightage average. So you can use the application of weightage average. So the ratio of X is to Y, that will be how much? So that will be equal to 80 minus 40. That will be 80 minus 40. That will be 40. That will be 40 minus 20. This will be 40 minus 20 is equal to 20. So the ratio of X is to Y will be 20 is to 40. So the ratio of X is to Y would be 1 is to 2. So you can do like this. This is called crisscross method. Normally for solving the problems on alligation and mixture, which is an application of ratio, we use this formula whenever we are mixing two things to get the new things. Well, like to get a mixture. So mixture value will be always between the two extreme values. It's always a weightage average of that. Okay, so if you see this question number 14. Question number 14. If you see this question number 14, a man is having 20-liter mixture of which the ratio of milk to water. Question is not complete. Ratio of milk to water. The ratio of milk to water is 4 is to 1. So the milk is 4x. The water is x. The total is 5x. Man is having 20-liter of mixture, then the ratio of milk to water is 4 is to 1. So uh, 4x is to x. So this is 4 is to 1 means 5x. 5x is 20. X is equal to 4. So the water is equal to 4. So the water is equal to 4. Okay, and the milk is 4x, that is 16, and the milk is 4x, that is 16. Okay, so you have milk is equal to 16, you have water is equal to 4, you have total 20. Okay, and so if the person add 5 liter of water into that, so if the person add 5 liter of water into this, so now the total water will become 9 liter and the milk is 16 liters. So what is the ratio water to milk? That will be 9 is to 16. So the ratio of water to the milk, that will be 9 is to 16. Simple calculation. Clear everyone? Then question number 15. Question number 15. Question number 15. The capacity of a container is 91 liter and contain 7 liter of water and 35 liter of wine. So the capacity of the container is 91 liter. Okay, it contains 7 liter of water. It contains 7 liter of water and 35 liter of wine and 35 liter of wine. So the total it filled is 42 liter. Total it filled is 42 liter. Total it filled is 42 liter. Okay, so it contains 7 liter water, 35 liter wine. Total it filled is 42 liter. Fine everyone. So okay, then now water is added to that container to its full capacity. Now you added water into this to its full capacity. Like it's like total is 91. Total is 91 liter. Okay, it is filled to 42 liter. It is filled to 42 liter. Okay, and now you add 1 minute. Now you added water to this. Now water. Now so it filled to 42 liter. How much is vacate? Vacate is how much? That will be how much? 13 6, 13 minus 6, 7, 7 is 49. So 49 liters vacate. So it you filled vacate is 49 liters. So 49 liters is vacate. So what you did, water is added to full capacity means how many liters of water added? 49 liter of water is added. 49 liter of water is added into this. Okay, everyone. So you added 49 liter into this. Now the water has become 56 liter. Wine is 35 liter. What is the ratio of wine to water now? The ratio of wine to water. So now the ratio of wine to water. Now the ratio of wine to water. So wine to water. The ratio is how much now? Wine is 35, water is 56. This is 5 is to 8. Then, so the next question, question number 16. In what ratio must a grocer mix two varieties of pulses? So two types of pulses are there. Pulses 1 and pulses 2. Two types of pulses is there. Two types of pulses costing 15 and 20. This is 15 and 20. So that you get a mixture of 16.5. so that you should get a mixture of 16.5. So this will be 3.5, this will be 1.5. So in what ratio you should mix them? So pulses 1 by pulses 2. So the ratio of this will be 3.5 is to 1.5. This will be 7 by 3. Now you see this question number 1. So the same, I'll do that. So let's see if you want to do this question. So there are many ways are there to do these kind of questions, but this is somewhat called as alligation and mixture. This topic where you mix two things to get an average of this. Please understand, like, and if I give you a little bit of theoretical knowledge for this, so one, if I give you a little bit of theoretical knowledge, please understand, if you mix two things, one is of 15 rupees per kg and the another one is 20 rupees per kg. Okay, and if you mix the two things, so and if you take the equal quantity of A and B, then the price of mixture will be 15 plus 20 divided by 2. That should be 17.5. Imagine if you take the equal quantity of A and B. So if you take equal quantity of A and B, you know that you're mixing two things. One is cheaper and another one is expensive. So the mixture what you get, that will be lesser than the expensive one, and and more pricier than the cheaper one. So I hope you're getting the concept. It's somewhere in middle of both the values. But what value will it will be? It depends upon the ratio of A and B. So if A and B is same, then it is the arithmetic mean of that value. Okay, I hope you're understanding. Now, if A and B are not same, imagine if A and B are not same. Imagine if A and B are not same. Imagine if A and B are not same here. If A is greater than B, means A is cheaper. So if you have more cheaper quantity than expensive quantity, automatically your price of the mixture will be between 15 to 17.5. While if you have more expensive, less cheaper, automatically the price of the mixture will be between 17.5 to 20. So I hope you are getting this concept. You can solve it by weightage average method, or any way. There are many ways you can understand this. The most easier way to understand this is like, the most easier way is like, you have a cheaper one called A rupees per kg, and expensive one called B. This is B rupees per kg. Where if suppose B is more than A, means B is expensive, A is cheaper, and you have a mixture having C rupees per kg. Your mixture is C rupees per kg. So C, definitely the value of C, definitely it should be more than A but less than B. It cannot be more than A, neither it can be less than. It cannot be more than B, neither it can be less than A. So you need to understand the ratio of this, whatever the kg of this you will take, whatever the kg, the ratio of these two, cheaper and expensive, whatever you're going to take, the ratio will determine this price. Okay, so you have to understand that ratio will be nothing but that ratio will be C minus A, and this will be B minus C. The ratio of x is to y, that will be B minus C, that will be B minus C, that will be B minus C divided by C minus A. So please remember this. This way you can solve and the questions will become very easy. I'll show you the questions on alligation and mixture. If I show you alligation, yeah, so this is something called alligation and mixture. So like you have lot of questions based on alligation and mixture you solve. So like this kind of question you're seeing. this is called allegation mixture. I'll do next class this only for you people. So what we did, everything is made of ratio only. Nowadays, whichever exam you do, you'll get questions based on this cat, anything or bigger exam or difficult exam. Everything will be based on this concept only. Concept. So here, if I take two kind of pulses, one pulse is suppose one, the another pulse is two, and this price is suppose 15, this price is suppose 20, and so the mix the if that if you would have taken the equal quantity of 1 and 2, then the average price should be 17.5. If the price is less than 17.5, means I have taken more pulses 1 and less pulses 2. If the mean price, if that is more than 17.5, means I have taken more pulses 2, less pulses 1. So here the mean price is 16.5. So what would be the ratio? Ratio would be 20 minus 16.5, means 3.5, and this will be 16.5 minus 15. This will be 1.5. So the ratio of pulse 1 by pulse 2, what you have taken, the ratio is 3.5 divided by 1.5, that is equal to 7 by 3. So this allegation mixture question you can do like this very easily. So I hope you understood this. Now, now this question is one of the favorite questions of many exam. Like I'll show you this year FCAT paper, Air Force Common Admission Test, FCAT paper 2020. So if I show you this FCAT paper, the same question came. Okay, you can see this question number 5. You can see this question number 5. This year, this question has came, and this question also, question number 6 also. Question number 6 also I have solved it here. I have put it here. Question number 6 also. Yeah, this. Where it went away. Yeah, this question number 21. So this question is came very easy questions. They're not at all difficult. So purpose of showing you this, that whichever exam you go, so the topics, the questions will not be very different. If you do minimum 100 to 200 questions per topic, the work will be done. Definitely you'll see repetition. So either I open CDS paper, FCAT paper, or IBPS paper, definitely you'll see repetition. Now you see this question number 1. Very easy. The salary of A, B, C are in ratio 2 is to 3 is to 5. So I can take the salary of A as 2x, salary of B as 3x, the salary of C as 5x. Or if I want, I can take, let the salary of A is 200, salary of B is 300, let the salary of C is 500. Anyhow, I can take. It's not a big thing. Okay, so their salaries are in ratio 2 is to 3 is to 5. Every way the ratio remain the same. There will not be any change in the ratio. Okay, there will not be any change in the ratio. So ratio will remain the same only. So now if there's an increment of 15% are allowed respectively in the salaries, increment of 15%. So if this increase by 15%, so 10% is 20, and 5% will be 10. So this becomes 230. This increase by 10%, this becomes 330. And this increase by 20%, so this becomes 600. So what is the ratio of the new salary? So what is new salary? A1 is suppose B1 is to C1, that is 230. is to 330 is to 600. That will be 23 is to 33 is to 60. Simple. Percentage 20%, don't do 20%. Take 10% into 2. So like that way you can do. Clear everyone? So the same question came here also. You can see seats of math, physics and biology are in ratio 5 is to 7 is to 8. There's a proposal to increase the seat by 40%, 50%, uh, uh, and 75%. What will be the ratio of the increased seat? Okay, so so try this question 5 and 6. The fifth one, if you see seat for maths, physics, and biology, are ratio 5 is to 7 is to 8. Okay, there's a proposal to increase the seat by 40%. You can write 500, 700, 800. If you increase by 40%, 40% means what? 200, no? It becomes 700. And this become 50% means 1050. Yeah, 2 is to 3 is to 4. That is your answer. 1 minute, huh? V there. So six is also like six is again very easy problem. So salaries of Ravi and Sumit. So Ravi salary you can take as 2x. Sumit salary you can take as 3x. And if the salary of each increase by 4,000, so Ravi salary 2x plus 4,000 and Sumit salary 3x plus 4,000. So the new ratio become 40 is to 57. So now the new ratio 2x. Sorry. So this is 2x plus 4,000 divide by 3x plus 4000 is equal to 40 by 57. So you can cross multiply. So this will be 114x plus this will be 22800. This will be 120x plus 1,60,000. So you solve this. This is 6x is equal to 68,000. So x is equal to 34,000 by 3. So what is the Sumit salary? Sumit salary is 3x. So means 34,000. And they're like, if they are asking you maybe new salary. So it each increase by 4,000. So this will become 38,000. 3x plus 4,000. Clear everyone? Simple. So this part, this question we did. Question number two. If you see question number two, two alloys A and B are composed of two basic element. The ratio of composition of two basic elements in two alloys are 5 is to 3 and 1 is to 2. In new alloy X is formed by mixing the two alloys A and B. The ratio 4 is to 3. What is the ratio of the composition of two basic element in X? So if you see this question, so two alloys A and B are composed of two basic element. The ratio of composition of two basic element in two alloys are 5 is to 3 and 1 is to 2 respectively. Two alloys A and B. So alloy A, okay, and it consists of basic element 1, basic element 2. So two alloys are 5 is to 3. So this is 5x, this is 3x, this becomes 8x. Okay, so in alloy B, if you say alloy B, then alloy B the ratio is 1 is to 2. Suppose this is y, this is 2y, this is 3y. So uh, so this 5 is to 3 and 1 is to 2 respectively. Okay, so a new alloy X is formed by mixing the two alloy in the ratio 4 is to 3. So I have taken 4 by 7 part of alloy A and 3 by 7 part of alloy B. Okay, so what is the ratio of composition of two basic element in alloy X? So, so if you understand, basic element in alloy A is actually 5 by 8 part, and basic element 2 in alloy A is basically 3 by 8 part. A basic element 1 in alloy B is 1 by 3 part, and basic element 2 in alloy B is 2 by 3 part. Okay. So yeah, and I took 4 by 7 part of alloy A and 3 by 7 part of alloy B. Okay, so what is the ratio of composition of two basic element in alloy X? So a ratio of basic element 1 by basic element 2, that will be 4 by 7 of 4 by 7 of 5 by 8 plus 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 3 by 7 of 1 by 3. This divide by basic element 2 of alloy 2, that would be 4 by 7 of 3 by 8 plus 3 by 7 of 2 by 3. So this will be basic element 1 by basic element 2. So this will be 20 by 56 plus plus 1 by 7 divide by uh, 12 by 56 plus 2 by 7. So 56 is the LCM. So 20 plus 8 divided by 56. So this is 12 plus 8 to the 16. This is 28 by 28 means 1 is to. So the ratio of basic element 1 by basic element 2, this would be 1 is to 1. Right. So I hope you understood this. Now, if 782 rupees is divided into three part in the proportion one, this again very easy part. So you can either do the problem in the term of ratio or either you can convert them into fractions. So this 1 by 2 is to 2 by 3 is to 3 by 4. If you take an LCM, 2, 3, 4, the LCM will be 12. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, LCM will be 12 divided by 2, 1, 3, then 2, 3, 12. So 12, this is 6 is to 12, no? So 4, 4 2s are 8, and 3, 3 3s are 9. So you can write them in the ratio 6 is to 8 is to 9. So 7 into 2 is divided into these three parts, 6 is to 8 is to 9. So you can take those three parts as 6x plus 8x plus 9x is equal to 782. So 14 plus 9, 23x is 782. So x is equal to 3 za 69. 69, no, 3 za 23, 3 za 23, 4 za will be 92. So 69, 92. This x will be equal to 34. So what is the first part? So the first part is 6x means 34 6 za. So this will be 204. Then question number 4 is same like I have explained you the relation between the two variable where I told you the two variables are inversely proportional. If two variables are inversely proportional, then 1 by x increase in one variable will bring 1 by x plus 1 decrease in other variable, or 1 by x a decrease in one variable will bring 1 by x minus 1 increase in other variable. Same thing you can use here for question number 4. If the price of sugar increased by 25%, 25% is 1 by 4. So if the price of sugar increased by 1 by 4, then the consumption of the family should decrease by 1 by 5 to keep the expenditure same. So the answer for this will be 20%. Okay. Then similarly, two successive price increase of 10 and 10% is equivalent to 21%. Remember this. So in maths, in maths, if we did that, if C equal to A to B, okay, and if C is constant, and if C is constant, so then A is inversely proportional to B, and if A is inversely proportional to B, then 1 by x increase in A will bring 1 by x plus 1 decrease in B, and 1 by x decrease in A will bring 1 by x minus 1 increase in B. You know this relation. Okay, similarly, remember that if C is equal to A into B, and if A changes by A percent, and if A changes by A percent, B changes by B percentage, B changes by B percentage. Okay, so then percentage change on C, then percentage change on C, then percentage change on C is equal to A percent plus B percent plus AB by 100%. So so 10% followed by 10%, 10% followed by 10%, 10% change, then followed by 10% change. So the net change will be 10% plus 10% plus 10 into 10 by 100%. Solve this, you'll get 21%. Or you take 100, increase it by 10%, it become 110. Increase by 10%, it become 120. So 21% change. Already I have done this question number 6. Now question number 7, if you see question number 7, if you talk about a milkman, a milkman can make a profit by two ways. If I'm talking about dishonest milkman, so dishonest milkman, a milkman, dishonest milkman can make profit, can make profit by two ways. A dishonest milkman can make profit by two ways. So dishonest milkman can make profit by two ways. Okay, so what are the two ways through which a dishonest milkman can make a profit? So either by increasing the price, either by increasing the price of product, either by increasing the price of the product. So means product is what here? Price product is milk only. Either by increasing the price of milk, buying at X rupees and selling at Y rupees, where Y is greater than X. Okay, so a milkman can make profit by two ways. So I'm assuming the milkman is not having cows with him, and so he is buying from somewhere, selling somewhere else. So he's buying at X rupees, selling at for Y rupees. That is the one way milkman can make a profit. The other way a milkman can make a profit is by adding water. So these are the two ways. These are the two ways through which a milkman can make a profit. These are the two ways by which a milkman can make a profit. There is no other third way through which a milkman can make a profit. So a dishonest milkman professes to sell the milk at the cost price, but he mixes with water and thereby gains 25%. He mixes with water and thereby gains 25%. So this milkman is claiming that he's selling the milk at the cost price. So he's not increasing the price of the milk. So that possibility of increasing the price of milk is removed. Okay. Then the second way the milkman can make a profit is by adding water. Okay, is by adding water. So he mixes with water and gains 25%. He mixes with water and gains 25%. So he gains 25% here. So here there's only one way if it's not increasing the price. That way is that he's adding water and he's adding water and he's making 25% profit means he's adding 25% milk. Sorry, he's adding 25% water into the milk because if he's not increasing the price of the milk, then there's only one way the milkman can make a profit is by adding water into the milk. Okay, so here the milkman is getting 25% profit means he's adding 25% water. So the percentage of water in the mixture is like how much percentage of water in the mixture. So it's like if you have imagine if you have 1 liter milk or 1000 ml milk. So in the 1000 ml milk, he's adding how much water? He's adding that much. he's adding 25% water. So he's adding 25% water. 25% water means 250 ml water he added. 250 ml water he added. Now you have 1250 ml of mixture. Okay, your milk is where your milk is 1000 and your water is 250. Okay, so the question is that what is the percentage of water in the mixture? The percentage of water in the mixture, percentage of water in the mixture, if you want to calculate, that would be 250 divided by 1250 into 100. So you'll get 20%. So I hope you're understanding. So here in this case, you have to understand if you talk in the possibility of a milkman can make profit by two ways, either by adding water or either by increasing the price. So if he's claiming that he's not increasing the price, then the milkman can only make profit by adding water. So whatever the percentage of water is adding, that much percentage of profit is making. So if he's adding 25% water, means he's making 25% profit. If he's adding X percent profit, if he's making X percent profit, means is adding X percent water. So if he's making 25% profit, means he's adding 25% water into the milk. So the milk was suppose 1 liter. So if we add 25% means 250 ml water into that, now the percentage of water in the mixture will be 20%. I hope you are understanding. Now, the last question. This is very important question. So, a container contains 40 liter of milk. From this container, if you remove 4 liter of the milk and you replace it by water, and this you did 3 times, so how much milk is contained? How much milk is now left in the container? So, if you see this question, so you have 40-liter milk. So suppose one time you remove 4 liter milk, add 4 liter water. So you have now how much milk? Now you have 36 liter milk and you have 4 liter water. Now you have 40 liter mixture. Now you have 40 liter mixture. Okay. Now from this, if you remove 4 liter of mixture, because if you remove 4 liter from this, milk will come out, water will come out, they will come out in the ratio in this they are present. Now here if you see here the water is 10% and the milk is 90%. The water is 10%, the milk is 90%. So if you remove 4 liter water from this, so if you remove, no, you cannot remove 4 liter water. If you remove 4 liter from this, so in that 4 liter, milk will also come out, water will also come out. So how much the water will come out? So water, how much the water will come out? How much the water will come out? So 0.4 liter water will come out. How much the milk will come out? How much the milk will come out. So the milk come out would be 36 by 40 into 4. So the 3.6 liter of milk will come out. Okay. So now how much is left? Now how much is left? So you remove 4 liter. No? So now you have 36 liter. In that 36 liter, how much is the milk left? From 36, you remove 3.6. So this is zero point 0.4 and this is what 5 minus 32.4. How much is the water left? 4 minus zero point 0.4 means 3.6 liters. So in this what you did, you remove 4 liter mixture and you added 4 liter water and you added 4 liter water. Now the water is 7.6 liter. Milk is now is 32.4 liter and the total volume is now 40 liter. Then what you did? Then what you did here? Again now you have okay. Now you have 40 liter where you have water 7.6 liter. You have milk 32.6 liter. If you calculate the percentage Milk present 32.4 by 40 into 100. If you calculate the percentage of how much milk is present, this is 5, this is 2, so this is 16.2 into 5. So 162 by 2 means 81%. So the milk is now 81%. So automatically the water will be 19%. I hope you are understanding this. So milk is now 81%. Water is now milk is now 81%. Water is now 19%. Okay. So now from this, if you remove 4 liter, now from this, if you remove 4 liter, if you remove 4 liter, how much the water come out? How much the water come out? So how much water the come out? Then it will be 7.6 divided by 40 into 4. So that would be 0.76 liter. How much the water come out? 0.76 liter. How much the milk come out? How much the milk come out? That would be 32.4 divided by 40 into 4. This will be 3.24 liter. Okay, so how much milk is left? How much the milk left? That is the question. So that is actually 32.4 minus 3.24. So this is 6129.16 liter. So you can do like this way. Otherwise, there's a direct formula is there to do these kind of question. It's like initial ratio of A. A is that variable which is getting reduced. 1 minus volume removed by total volume to the power n is equal to final ratio of A is equal to final ratio of A. So A is that variable which is getting reduced out of milk and water. So out of milk and water. So the variable which I should consider will be is the milk. A is that variable which is getting reduced. So initially, if you noticed, you had 100% milk. 40 liter means 100% milk. So you can write 100% milk. You had 100% milk. So then 1 minus, you remove 4 liter from total 40 liter. You are doing this process 3 times. So what is the final ratio of milk? A is that variable which is getting reduced. So out of milk and water, you have to see which variable is getting reduced on every time you are removing and adding. So final ratio or final percentage of milk if I have to find. So if you do in the term of ratio, then you will do write 1. 1 into 1 minus 4 by 40 to the power is equal to final ratio of milk. So I hope you are understanding this. It doesn't matter. So this if you solve, you will get what? 0.9, 0.9 to the power 3. So 9 will get 72.9%. Earlier 100% was 40 liter. So 100% was 40 liter. 72.9% is equal to how many liter? Find 40 by 100. So into 72.9. All this you'll get the answer. 9 fours are 36, 3 carry, 11, 1 carry, 0, then 29.1. You do anyway, you'll get the same answer. So I hope you understood what we have done in ratio. If you have any question, please ask me. Anyone, any question?